The sound woke me up. At first I didn't know what it was. It sounded like an animal that got trapped. Never heard a man cry before. I came downstairs in my underwear, saw my father in the kitchen. First thing I remember was the ashtray. Must have been 100 cigarettes in there, ash like a little mountain. He stopped crying. And he was just sitting there, watching TV on our little black and white, no sound. I guess he didn't know what else to do. He saw me, standing there in the doorway in my underwear, and he said, "Your mother left, and she's not coming back. We lost our dog the year before, and I wanted to make these posters in case my mother was lost. Someone could call us like the guy who found our dog." To this day, my father will tell you he helped me make those posters, but he didn't. He just sat in the kitchen, drinking a case of beer while I went out by myself on School Street, asking people if they'd seen my mother. Her name was Doris. My grandmother had this place in Tangerine, Florida, this restaurant. So I used to imagine maybe that's where she went. Then I came to terms with the fact that it doesn't really matter. Wherever she went, she had a good reason to leave here. She didn't want to be my mother anymore, and she wasn't coming back. Of course that's your contention. You're a first-year grad student. You just got finished reading some Marxian historian, Pete Garrison probably. You're going to be convinced of that until next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're going to be talking about how the economies of Virginia and Pennsylvania were entrepreneurial and capitalist way back in 1740. That's going to last until next year when you're going to be in here regurgitating Gordon Wood, talking about, the pre-revolutionary utopia and the capital forming effects of military mobilization. Wood drastically underestimates the impact of social distinctions predicated upon wealth, especially inherited wealth. You got that from Vickers, Work in Essex County, page 98, right? Yeah, I read that one too. Were you going to plagiarize the whole thing for us, or do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter? Or is that your thing? You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage, and then you pretend you pawn it off as your own idea just to impress some girls and embarrass my friend? See, the sad thing about a guy like you is in 50 years, you're going to start doing some thinking on your own, and you're going to come up with the fact that there are two certainties in life. One, don't do that. And two, you dropped 150 grand on a fucking education that you could have got for $1.50 in late charges at the public library.